Hello, second graders. It is time for math. We are on page 363 and we are doing lesson 8.3. We are whipping through this book, and today's learning target is very special. It is to identify patterns to find missing numbers. Boys and girls, patterns in math are the way that we can make sense out of things. So if we get to an answer but it doesn't fit the pattern that is inside your brain, then you know that you need to check again. So patterns in math are very, very important. Okay, so let's take a look. We need to find out what patterns do you see in the shaded row and in the column. All right, so we have 611, 612, 613, 614. If I go this way on this pattern, this row, well, then I know that we are climbing by 1, right? My ones digit, my ones place is getting 1 higher every square I go. So that's going by 1. Let's look and see what happens as I go down my column. 602, 612, 622, 632. As we go down, I'm getting 1 higher in the tens column. All right, so let's fill in our missing numbers. I can go this way, I can go this way. It doesn't matter as long as we follow the pattern. I have 626, 627. This one, if I'm going in my ones, I know that it will be 628. Right? If I go this way, if I go down the column, then all I have to do is look at the tens column, or the tens place. 0, 1, 2, and then here's a 3 and a 4. I can just keep going down this column, and 5. And here's a 6 in the tens place. The ones and the hundreds stay the same. 6, 7, 8, 6, 8, 8. Right? So my tens changed as I go up and down. If I go all the way to the end, I'm just counting by 1. 639, 640. And you'll check and say, well, that follows this too. 610, 620, 630, 640. Let's just keep going. 650, 660, 670, 680, 690, and then 700. All right, you get to fill in the rest of this. I'm going to let you get to that. All right. So I turn the page and we go to page 364. I want you to take a look. And this, I'm looking at how my numbers are changing. This one says 126. This one says 136. I had 2 tens. Now I have 3 tens. Now I need to know there's 4 tens, 146, and it asks, what are the next 2 numbers? So if the 100 stays the same, I'm going to have 100 in the next. But my tens get 1 number higher. So I have 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens is the next number. And I didn't change my ones at all. So it stays the same at 6. And to go 1 number higher, my 100 stays the same. My 10 gets 1 number higher, and my ones stay the same. Okay? The next 2 numbers in this, because my hundreds are getting bigger, 100, 200, 300. They've already written them down. 426, 526. The tens and the ones, they stay the same. All right, let's go down here and show off what we know. Use the place value to find the missing numbers. Now they give you 3. Let's see if we can figure out the pattern. 485, 486, 487. Well, I noticed that the 400 is the same. I noticed that the 8 is the same. The number that's getting higher is the ones column. So I have 488, and then it gets one higher. 489, one higher. 490, because when I make that 9 into a 10, I have to bring all 10 and make a new set of 10. So 490, and then I keep going with one more, 491. All right, 612. Let's see. 622, 632. Let's keep going. My hundreds stay the same. My ones stay the same. My tens keep getting higher. So I have 600, not 1, 2, 3. I have one more set of 10. 642, 10 more. 652, 662, and keep going, 672. All right. Now this one's different. This one is a little bit different because it tells you to look for this one, and then if you have done it right, it will match the number that's right next to it. Okay? So I have 267, 277, 200. I'm going to add one more set of 10 because that's the only number that's moving. 287. That should match here. 297. Now, if I have one more set of 10, I don't have 9 tens anymore. I have 10 tens, and I can't fit that in the tens place. So I have to take all of those tens and regroup them to make one more set of 100. But when I do that, I have 0 tens in my 10 spot. 307. My ones column stays the same all the time. But let's keep going. I have 0 tens here, 1 10 here. Let's do the next one. 302 tens and 7 ones, 327. All right. All right. Let's keep going. 101, 201. Well, I know that since I'm adding one more to the hundreds, that it's going to be 301, 401. 501, 601, 701. Excellent. All right. Now, if you were in the classroom, I would tell you just keep working. I'll do a few more, and then I'll turn you loose on what I want you to do on yours. Okay. It's finding the pattern. 324, 325. I know that my hundreds stay the same. My tens stay the same. My ones are getting higher by 1. Okay? 324, 325, 326, 327. See how that fits in there? 328, 329. And when I have one more 10, it's just like I'm counting. Counting higher, that becomes a 10. So that becomes one more set of 10. And then I have 330. All right, let's do this one. 194, 294, then a blank, then 494. The only number that's changing is my hundreds column. So let's do this. 100, 200, 300, and then I still have 94. 400, 500, then 94. 600, still 94. 700, and my 94 stays the same. 463, 473, 493. What number is missing? Well, the only number that has changed, the only place value that has changed is the tens column. Okay? So my 4 stays the same. My 400, my 3 stays the same. The only number that's changed is the tens. 6, 7, 8. 483, 493. Now, my ones are going to stay the same. I'm going to add one more set of 10. When I do that, it gets bundled together and becomes 10 tens, which we know is one more set of 100, and 0 tens. So then I add one more set of 10, 513, one more set of 10, 523. All right, let's jump down here so we don't run out of time. And it says use place value to describe each pattern. 540, 640, 740, 840, 940. So using place value, how am I going to describe this? It's not getting bigger by ones because the ones place always has a 0. It's not getting bigger by tens because the tens place always has the 4. But it is increases by hundreds. So I could say the hundreds place increases by 1. Okay? So we're increasing by 1. Let's look at this next one. 310, 320, 330, 340, 350. My hundreds stay the same. My ones column stays the same as 0, and my tens column changes. I have one set of 10, two sets of 10, three sets of 10, four sets of 10, five sets of 10. So each time I say another number, 310, 320, 330, 340, 350, then my tens place, the tens place, or the tens digit increases by 1. Every new 10 makes a new number. All right, boys and girls, I want you to finish anything that wasn't finished here, and I want you to do pages 367 and 368 and have fun. I think you can do well on this. All right, bye-bye.